So I am trying to do my YouTube video on how I am making my Harley Quinn mallet. That is my giant dog. He's a good boy. So what I've done so far is I've taken this foam mat piece that you can kind of see right here. I got this at Joann's Fabrics. It was actually on clearance, which is fantastic. I've already used it for some bracers and things like that with some Warbler. So what I've done is I've just gone ahead and cut it to match what I'm going to have for the tops and the bottoms. So I just used their Home Depot lids, and the foam actually fits right down here into these spots right here. So of course it did have a tag on it. I got the tag off. And then you can either use Goo Gone to get it off, coconut oil to get off any of the sticky residue, which I already did all of that prep work. And then I'm going to go outside because it's a well-ventilated area, and going to spray the tops and the bottoms down so that they're prepped and ready to go. I'm doing black on them, and then I'm going to do different artworks on the tops of them. And then I will show you how I'm going to do the dowel for the handle part. Talk to you soon. Bye. Here I have painted an outline for one of the sides of the mallet. You can take stencils or templates or whatever the case may be. I had the word BAM that I traced out and did a fun little sign on it. So I'm going to be coloring the BAM in a yellow to show that off. And I just used Martha Stewart's. Anything is great. Any color that you want is perfectly fine. And then, of course, just, I used just like your parchment paper to put it on. You can put on a plastic plate, whatever the case may be. And then I just used a simple paintbrush. So that's what I've accomplished today. So here I have the completed BAM that I have on one side of the mallet. On the other part of the mallet, your face here with kind of a jokery kind of a face. As you can see, everything's not 100% perfect. Neither is Harley, which makes them pretty darn cool and authentic to her. So however you want to do, whatever you want to do on your mallets, just make sure you draw it out first, cut it out, and then have fun painting. To show you the colors that I have been using for the mallet and the handle, I've used a flat black. It's a paint and primer in one. Sometimes I still use primer. Sometimes it does a great all-in-one shot for you. And then I did gloss red because I wanted the red to be nice and glossy. I've painted the stick for the mallet. And I actually did a white primer on it first, and you can't really tell on here until after I take off the tape, but I made some triangles on there to make sure that it had the Harley Quinn thing to it, and of course it's white that's going to be underneath it, and make sure, of course, when you're spray painting, you do it in a well-ventilated area, like outside. And that's what we have for today. Hope this helps. So while I'm waiting for my pieces to dry, that I sprayed a clear polythene final touch on it so that way they don't peel off and such. I have taken 2 strips just from a yoga mat. You just can measure out. You can tell how much I've cut off of the yoga mat. You can use anything that you want to. You can use foam pieces. I tried some other foam pieces over there. They're not long enough to go around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up wrapping it around like this. I'm going to go and spray them red first. And that's actually what I'm going to do with my pieces that go right here. I'm actually going to spray red around those as well. So we're getting closer to the final project, yay! I've also gone and measured. You're going to get really extreme close-up. Where the center is, you can see kind of my little mark right there. I'm going to put a hole through that. That way when I get my stick for the mallet, I'll be able to get it right in the center and have it come up right here. And I will show you that next. I have covered the inside of where I painted so that it doesn't get painted, and then I did, of course, painter's tape around the side because I am going to color red right here and on the side. You do not have to do that step. You can color these anything that you want to. You can leave it black. You can paint one red, one black, both of them red. You can do silver, anything that you want to. I'm just going to paint these two, so I wanted to show you that I just went in and did this and then the painter's tape, and I'm actually going to end up doing it to both sides. Just make sure if you're going to do this that these line up, so like I pulled this down just a little bit so that it lines up, and that these are pushed down really well so that it doesn't bleed. However, if it does bleed, you can always touch those up. And that's what I'm doing right now. Yay! Okay, so what I've done so far is put on the top lid, put on the bottom lid to make sure that I have the right length before I go in and glue this together with each other. And down here, it's a little bit too thick, so I'm going to have to measure and see how much to take off before I glue it together. And then also I have the little bands that I've created, and mine was a little bit too short, so I had to add a middle part in here as well. Measure twice, cut once. But the bands are going to go just right around this, and I'll show you that as well. I've cut another foam piece like this right here, and it's going to slide on and then cover this area right here, give it another extra secure. And then you can see inside what I've done to secure this. I've got another bolt on here, and just right here at the end you can see the bolt that's right here. So I just screwed that into my bolt, and here's my finished lovely product that I did for the pole, and the pretty shiny red that it is. This does no justice to the color of it so far, but it's turning out awesome. I colored that red that I showed you that I was prepping for, let it dry, and then sealed that. Yeah, we're getting to the final stages. Woohoo!